Welcome to American Cinematheque at Los Feliz 3. My name is Jim. I'm a film programmer here, and this is Friend of the Fest. This is our yearly fest where we invite podcasters to come out and show some of their favorite movies. And we've been doing this for a few years now. And tonight we have a repeat offender in some ways. Last year he showed Carnival of Souls, which is one of the great movies. And tonight he's going to be showing House of Dark Shadows. So let's bring up the host of the Dana Gould Hour. Dana Gould, everyone.
Why do you do a podcast? The money. This movie means a lot to me. How many people here have not seen it? Oh, great.
Wow.
You're in for such a treat. It's really a wonderful movie. Let me give you a very brief history of Dark Shadows. I'm sure you've heard of it, and you know it. It was basically Twilight, but in the late 60s. It was a daily soap opera. It was on 5 days a week about a vampire, and there were werewolves and monsters, and it was huge in 67, 8, 9, 70, 71. It was massive. And it was created by a guy named Dan Curtis. Dan Curtis is a very interesting guy. He first came to notoriety. He is the guy that designed how to show golf on television. He designed televised golf for ABC. And you talk about people thinking out of the box. To see an activity as stultifyingly boring as golf and think, we gotta get this on television. It's like, if you've ever visited a relative in the hospital and just saw a lost old guy wandering the halls in a robe, he would be the guy going, just ghastly. And Dark Shadows originally was just a gothic soap opera. It was about a young woman named Victoria Winters who went to be the governess at a mysterious house in Maine. And, all sorts of gothic shenanigans happened. But the ratings were kind of eh. And so in April of 1967, they were looking at cancellation, and he thought, screw it, let's put a vampire on the show and see what happens. Absolutely true. And he was only supposed to be on for like 6 weeks, and the show exploded. And by 1969, it was, you look, he was on the cast was on the cover of Tiger Beat. There were board games, Halloween costumes, bubblegum cards, comic books. It was so massive. And in 1970, when the show was really at its peak, and that's what I love about this film, it's made in 1970, there's just so much sideburns and bell bottoms. It's just like that great mix of gothic horror and laughing anywhere else. He bites them right in the bippy. Thank you for getting that reference. Where are my Alan Seuss people? So anyway, long story longer. This is why this movie means so much to me. I'm honestly too young I do remember watching Dark Shadows when it was on originally, because I have older brothers, and they loved it, and they watched it. And it's set in a small town in New England, in a house near a cemetery. I grew up in a small town in New England, in a house near a cemetery. One of the exteriors on the TV show looked like a mausoleum in the cemetery where we would play. So I literally just thought that this was the show about our town. I was just like, this is the show they made about us. But in 1970, when this came out, I was too young to see it. I was 6. But my brother Kevin was 11. And my brother Kevin was a tough kid. He beat me up every day. He was tough. And this movie scared him so much that he had to sleep with a cross over his bed for several nights. And so this movie always was like this legendary thing in our house. It was the movie that terrified Kevin. And because it was popular and it wasn't, it was Barnabas Collins who was the vampire in the film. That name was ubiquitous in my house. Like, if we were up late, like my dad would, hey, Barnabas Collins, are you going to bed? Because we'd be up late at night. He was, So it's really a wonderful movie. It's directed by Dan Curtis. It stars Jonathan Frid, Grayson Hall, Joan Bennett, John Carlin, Catherine Lee Scott. And before I let you go, there's two things I want to read you. Its first premiere, it's August 23rd, 2026. Its first premiere was August 24th, 1970, which was my 6th birthday. Woo-hoo! Tomorrow I turn 30, 10, 50. Does anybody here know what the Mahoning Drive-In is? Yeah. Mahoning Drive-In is a drive-in in Pennsylvania that's sort of like an art house drive-in. They program really great, cool shit all the time. And my friend Michael runs it, and they just showed House of Dark Shadows last week. And so he texted me this. He was driving from New York City back to Pennsylvania, and he was dictating into his phone the blurb about the movie for the program. And at a certain point, he got cut off. So in traffic. So tell me if you can see when that was. This is dictated, so there's a lot of misspelling names and things like that because he was dictating and the car was doing it. Jonathan Fritz stars as the eldest member of the Collins family, accidentally freed from his crypt by a grave robber. Who seeks refuge and solace. And his family estate, Collingwood, where he is embraced by family descendants as a long-lost cousin from England. Unfortunately, his bloodlust must be satisfied. Christ, fucking idiot. I couldn't say it better myself. Yes. So please enjoy this excellent vampire movie. And one quick thing just for real movies. Anybody here remember Little Big Man? Yeah. Okay. The old Jack Crab makeup makes an appearance in this film. It was slight revisions. Dick Smith reused the appliance for this film. It'll be pretty obvious when you see it. Okay. Thank you very much.